Hello students, today we are going to start our new chapter ratio and proportion. Now the term ratio means comparison between same kinds of quantities. You can take examples of weight, but it should be compared from same units like kilogram to kilogram. If not, then you have to change the unit from gram to kilogram. Then distance means maybe in kilometers or meters or any other quantity you can compare, but only between same kinds, remember. Now in ratio terms are there, that is first term we know them it as antecedent and second term is known as consequent. You understand that ratio can be written as A ratio B, or it can be write as A upon B. Here A is antecedent and B is consequent. Now let's see some compositions of ratios. Here understand the different composition. First is compounded ratio. Compounded ratio means if you have three different ratios or you take two different ratios, A ratio B, C ratio D, then you take the antecedents multiplication as AC and consequent multiplication as BD. So you can compound them as AC ratio BD. It means when the product of the antecedents ratio the product of consequents is called their compounded ratio. Here AC is the product of antecedents and BD is the product of consequents. Similarly, if we have three ratios A ratio B, C ratio D and E ratio F, you can take product of A, C, E ratio B, D, E, B, D, F. Here ACE ratio BDF. Remember these terms, duplicate ratios. It will be helpful in your exercise solving. So here is duplicate ratio. When the ratio A ratio B is compounded with itself, the result ratio is A square ratio B square, and it is called duplicate ratio of A ratio B. Means 4 ratio 3, taking square of both we get 16 ratio 9. So whenever in the question you are asked to take duplicate ratio, it means you have to square the same ratio. Triplicate ratio, when three equal ratios are compounded, the ratio is called triplicate ratio. Means A cube ratio B cube is the triplicate ratio of A ratio B. So you see here example 2 ratio 5. You have to take cubes of both 8 ratio 125. Now subduplicate ratio means under root A ratio under root B, or A power half ratio B power half is called the subduplicate ratio of A ratio B. Means if you are given 16 ratio 25, you take its square roots, then you get 4 ratio 5. It is known as subduplicate ratios. Subtriplicate ratio means taking cube roots or taking 1/3 power is called subtriplicate ratio. Here one example, if 64 ratio 216 is 4 ratio 6 by taking its subtriplicate. Reciprocal ratio means by the name only you can understand if you take the reciprocal of any ratio, then it is known as reciprocal ratio. Here A ratio B become B ratio A. Now let's see some examples of exercise 6A. This is, I think, the repetition we have already studied in 8th standard about ratio. So find the value of x. Here the question is like this. This is ratio symbol. When there are two ratio symbols, you can take them as equal. Like 12 ratio x also can be written as fraction is equal to 4 ratio 50. By taking cross multiplication, 12 multiply 15 is equal to x into 4. We want to find x value, so take this as the division. 12 multiply 15 divided by 4. So you get x value 45. Now find the fourth proportional 2. Here you are given 3 polynomials. You can see, let fourth term be x. You want to find fourth proportional, we are taking it as x. Now we will take ratios. The first ratio second is equal to third ratio fourth. Third ratio fourth. Now take cross multiplication. So x with this and a square minus 9 with a square plus a minus 6. Take the factors of this, minus 3a minus 2a. So you get a common, a minus 3, minus 2 common, a minus 3. These are the factors. Similarly, a square minus 9 factors, a minus 3, a plus 3 and a square plus a minus 6. So plus 3a minus 2a, a common, a plus 3 minus 2 common, a plus 3. So we get this 4 factors. Now you can see a minus 2 cancelled, a minus 3 cancelled. So I get x value as a plus 3 whole square. X is equal to a plus 3 whole square.